me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever...
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning, we talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning, it's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
Good morning, I'm here. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Where everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Oh, I'm trying. TGIM. Happy Monday. Welcome to the IRONWORX, where we stream live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, kicking off at 4 a.m. Central. Now, I do know that Zack did not sleep well last night, so we may be without a Zachary Zabala this morning. But we are here. I know Walter's here somewhere. He's dealing with some cats and some neighbors and some stuffs like that. But I'm here. By golly. If only by the skin of my teeth. I was a bit sleepy this morning, so not quite anxious to jump right into it. But I made it. And Nathan's here for the free popcorn. Good to know. Good to know. If you find some, pass it on over my way. Good morning to Constance. Good morning to Melissa. And good morning to Daz with the day off. I'm glad you got the day off too, sir. Enjoy it. So hopefully, audio should sound a little bit better. I did spend a few hours this weekend trying to iron things out, because I was completely and utterly dissatisfied with the quality of the audio that had been coming out of here. I made the mistake of actually listening back. I mean, it was only a little bit, because, God, I can't stand to hear myself. But I did hear quite a bit of poor quality audio. So I set about to fixing it, and hopefully it did. That being said, there's now probably a few other things that don't seem to be working quite like they should. I can clearly see it might just require some rearranging, some resetting of some settings. Oh, but what a weekend. Mine was nice and quiet. I didn't do jack shit all weekend. Mainly because I didn't have a car. Friday afternoon, I go out to eat my lunch in my car, as I'm likely to do. For one reason or another, I like to spend my half-hour break confined in my car where nobody else can know what it is that's going on around me. And then just as a habit, well, just because I know my tendencies, if it's not like hot where I'm running the AC, if it's not cold when I'm running the heater, then my car is just turned over onto the ACC, onto the accessories. So it's not powering the whole car. Don't want to wear my battery down, but still, something in my brain says you ought to start it up every time just to make sure you're not wearing your battery down and you're getting that stuff charged back up and you're not going to get stranded somewhere. So after 30 minutes of ACC keys while I eat my lunch, I go back to start my car, and my car will not start. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. Seems like it should. But it didn't. So I got some guys from work, and we all jumped the car. Got it back, no issues. End of the day, driving home, get a flat tire. Like I didn't curb something, but it was going around a corner, and I felt my back tire hit something. And I'm just watching my dashboard, just watching it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And sure enough, there's the tire pressure light. Said, son of a bitch. So now we've got to go about another 10 miles on a flat tire. Luckily, I wasn't high speed. And drop my car off to get the battery checked, the alternator checked, the starter checked, and my tire fixed. So, to make a long story short, too late. I didn't do shit all weekend because I didn't have my car with me. Not that I would have, but still, that's the excuse I'm going to use. But I hear you here, Walter. How was your weekend, sir?
I am here. And it is good. I'm here.
Good.
Am I hearing an echo? Hello? What? No, it was for a second, but it must have just been my stuff because I didn't talk much when I first got home. But it's gone now.
Oh, good.
Hello, Connie. Big hug and smirk to you as well, sweet lady. And all of you lovely early morning bird getter. Wait, word worms. Anyway. Yeah, I'm here. We decided that we would get up early-ish Saturday morning, and head to Lafayette with the sister-in-law, to the sister-in-laws, and meet up with her, and all head out and do our Saturday estate sale run, which was pretty much just that. Sometimes we do a mixture of garage sales and estate sales, but this week we decided to go a bit later and do the just estate sales, because they don't start usually till 9 or 10. They're not like starting at 6 and all this nuts stuff like the garage sales do. Anyway, but I had remembered that there was a possibility that the people behind me, or that the house behind me, was going to become occupied on Saturday. I was told a week ago. I mentioned to everyone that I met a nice couple and their kids. They're younger. They lean towards some kind of music that I dig, heavier music. They have quite a few animals, etc. And it really wasn't 100% sure, hadn't talked to the landlord, because he owns the house back there as well. And I knew the plan was basically that instead of trying to rent it out, which he had not been able to do here, because things in Franklin, economy-wise, have just not been, wonderful. We get an inundation of a lot of folks and itinerants, or whatever you call them, when grinding kicks off, which it has. I don't know if you guys are picking up the mill, in the background. The trucks aren't running, back to back yet, but the mill is definitely running back there. I hear it in my headphones, but I don't know if the sound is being able to be blocked by the background. Anyway, I wander. So I left a text for the landlord going, I knew we'd be up and out of here at least by 7 or 8 Saturday, and that if those people were going to be arriving, my car was parked over there in the garage just to kind of keep the house looking like someone was living in it, so that, whatever. And he had told me to go ahead and leave my car parked there indefinitely until he rented it out. And then when I got up Saturday, he said, yeah, do move it if you don't mind. Get it out of there because they're supposed to be heading this way. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. So I moved my car, opened up their area there, and gave them plenty of room to back in a U-Haul or trailer or whatever they came with, and we took off for our day, and it turned into a long day. We kind of hung out together, Jill and I, after we got through doing that and stuff, and her sister went home. We just kind of did a few things around town and got home late, 9, 10 o'clock, expecting to see, people back there, and there was no one back there yet. I'm like, oh, well, maybe they decided not to take it. So we weren't really sure what was going on, but, okay. So I got home late, so I'm proceeding to feed the cats. When I go out with their food, I see a flashlight walking around inside the house back there, which, usually isn't a thing that's happening. And I was concerned and had my phone in my hand. I was just about to pick it up and make a call when I noticed that there was a bicycle parked under the garage in the dark there. And he does tool around on a bike occasionally. So it was him, the landlord. And I'm like, so I guess you're here to get the house open for them? He said, yep, they're headed. They had a big lot of crap stop them getting here, but they finally made it. And they basically had your kind of day. Sounds like from what I was told when I got up yesterday and talked to them. Go to like we all seem to have of late days of everything that will go wrong. They went to the U-Haul place there right in their little town, which they're from a smaller town, and to go get the agreed upon, hold it for us type situation. U-Haul got up there and, sign this, sign that, run the card. No, it's not going through. What do you mean? We'll do it again. Oh, yeah, it should. It ain't. No. So call the card people and, what, did you do this charge? Did you do that charge? And they had not done any of these charges that were suddenly back to back to back on their card, which apparently had been, swiped at a ATM at a gas station or whatever. So in the preceding hours of trying to get that straightened out, they got the call from the U-Haul people saying, look, we can't just hold this. Somebody else needs it. And, this could take you forever. We got to get it out of here. So they had the truck rented out from under them. So they had to drive, maybe 40 or an hour away to get another truck and literally pull out of the drive there at the U-Haul with the truck to then suddenly have a engine thing, I think, happened with that one. Had to pull it back in, got a different one, took off, got almost to their house, driving kind of funny, and get out and look, and the valve stem on the wheels got like a big Easter egg, goose egg growing in the side of the edge of the valve. And suddenly, as they're literally looking at it, it shoots off the tire and heads out across the field there. And they called and got people to come, and they came with a valve stem, but not a tire. And so it's like, well, it is quite possible that the tire was beyond repair, and it was. And so they were there another couple of hours while the dude went back to get a tire he should have gotten first. But anyway, it's that kind of day for them. They finally got here about midnight, Saturday night. But they're there and loaded in, and the animals are abundant. We have a little miniature goat named Sanchez. Where you at, Rico? Named Sanchez, who is outside grazing in the yard, in and out, hopping around. He's just chill. He don't have any kind of containment or anything. He just hangs out, chewing his little grass or eating his little pellets and stuff. And I hear the birds at the window, of which I think there's 3. And then I know there's dogs. I hear 2 or maybe 3 distinct barks. I still haven't got the head count on the dogs yet, but the 2 cats have turned into 3 because they had 3 pot-bellied pigs there where they live that they could not, there was no way to bring and contain and keep, they just didn't want to make them have that ride or whatever, because they had like a 6-hour drive to get here, and had to trade a buddy or opposite trade or negative trade, whatever you call it, for the guy that had his own 2 pot-bellied pigs to agree to take their 3 pot-bellied pigs off their hand, like, you got to do it today because we're leaving today kind of thing. He said, all right, well, he's like, I'll pay you, man. It's like, well, you don't have to pay me. Just take one of my kittens. And I'm like, oh, what? That's a song out of my own book, man. I'm always telling people, hey, you want a kitten? So, yeah, they had to bring an extra kitten with them on the ride to get rid of their pot-bellied pigs for this new life they're now embarking on. So, yeah, then it's been a weekend of adventure for all of us, it sounds like. What's up, Kevin? I see you in chat. I see all of you in chat. Good morning to you all. If I haven't typed to you yet, I just haven't got to you yet. I think I muted myself. I did that one. That wasn't the cat. That's what happens when you start typing with your mouse hovering over the mute button. What was I typing? Oh, yeah, the Allen. I knew I was hovering over a T, for there's nobody named T in the chat yet, but there was. There was. Oh, I did go back to, was that this weekend? Sometime during the week, maybe? I did go back and get in on the first one and finish it, and then I have, now that I see it, and it's in my feed thing, the rest of them are popping up in my whatever you call it, suggested thing. So I have started the adventure with your awesome cartoon. If you guys aren't aware there in chat or that are listening here, the Alan Holman, former line producer, although we may have to hire him back if Liz don't get her shit together. But our buddy Alan Holman there in chat has a channel on which he has put an awesome new cartoon that kind of takes a look at our modern little world and some of the fun little things that go on around us. I don't want to spoil anything. Go check it out. You should be able to find it there if you look up Alan Holman, Alan Holman. And he's there in chat if you grab his channel. Or even easier, what I'll do is try to multitask while I talk, and I'm not doing it well.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. You sound much better in my ears. I did see someone in the, I think Justin said you have a bit of a snare drum going. I don't catch it here. That must be what's going out to the tubers. Here you sound good.
Very interesting.
Alan, I'll tell you this about things. Being a creator, you quickly discover that what's in your head and what you're trying to put out there from that head usually is a difficult translation into reality. If you haven't ever listened to the show we do each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, it ought to give you an idea of said grandiose plans and yet human. Did I write that correctly? Yeah. Human endeavors to accomplish those plans don't always go up to speed, so, but just keep doing it. And then definitely do it again or edit. There's always that. Take it down, edit it, throw it back up in a different format if you're not happy with it. But definitely it is a huge accomplishment to have gotten that much content out.
Heck yeah.
You almost caught up with us in one fell swoop. What else is happening? Melissa, I was rubbing some concrete on Michelle's messed up back, hurting yesterday. No, Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night after we got back. Loving it. I've literally, again, let me find some laminate somewhere to knock on. I have literally not had a nail peeled back since I got that in and started using it on myself and on you, on her. So you have definitely come up with some amazing multi-symptom relieving salve, balm. There is balm in Gilead. So yeah, definitely digging it. I just haven't been brave enough to mess with what I've got going on, if that makes any sense. I have achieved a balance that is pretty stable in what I'm doing right now with my myasthenia gravis. So for me to go, I'm going to stop taking this amount to try something different just isn't an idea I'm comfortable with just yet. Should it start going to the left or to the right, which is always possible with this lovely snowflake disease of mine, then I will consider changing what I'm doing. But right now, what I've got going is working. Now, I'm terrible, I guess, with keeping up with my timing, it seems. Like what I'll do is set a timer for the dosage time, and it goes off, but I'm not near the kitchen, or I'm not even at the house, or I'm, at the pool or wherever. And I'm like, okay, I'll remember to do that when I get home. And of course, inevitably, I get home and talk to Michelle a minute, and kittens or cats under feet. Our kitten, we have a new kitten that has shown up, and I'm working on rehoming. And, just get distracted, and suddenly it's been 3 hours since I should have taken that dose. And it's like, oh, crap. So that does kind of throw me off a little bit in just like the basics, eye droop kind of thing, cross-eyed, nothing major or scary like it started, but definitely, in spite of myself, I still do miss a dose timing off, and even setting a timer and making notes in the phone, all that. Just, I don't follow orders well, I think, with most of it, even my own.
Big shout out to.
Oh, I haven't.
Go ahead, Walter.
Sorry.
I'm just going to give a shout out to Draconian Methods.
To who?
Draconian Methods.
Well, okay, I'll stop talking.
Just lost their mother a couple weeks ago. I know mine.
Oh, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, the day after, is that what I saw? The day after or the day before, Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, the day before.
Yeah, that's
sorry to hear that, man.
It's tough. It makes it hard to grieve your own loss when so much of the world is grieving something else. Kind of feels
that same sentiment there of being guilty for the time spent away. Yeah, that's part of my whole gig when Mom passed as well, my friend. Don't worry. It definitely, he was a very huge part of my life while she was close. And then when I helped her and my sister move out to Oregon where my brother and his wife lived, it definitely turned into a lot of, phone calls and things like that, but just not the same. It just definitely wasn't the same. And then the last, few years of trying to, just kind of explain things to her, because she, again, always a big part of my life, and trying to understand what it is that I'm doing here at Iron Real Media. And it wasn't ever a like, oh, well, you're nuts, I'm not talking to you anymore, like I do know has happened to, unfortunately, too many people in the community. But she definitely didn't quite get it, and I could feel a different approach to things, I guess. Of course, a lot of it was her passing, coming, and et cetera, but definitely sorry to hear that had that loss. Excuse me. Damn it. Speaking of Mr. Kirk, there, Spock, have you seen the Snake Eyes connection?
I saw some of that.
Well, did you see it, or did you do like me and just go, oh, that's an interesting video, I haven't watched yet, and pass it up like I did until yesterday when Haley, my daughter, showed it to me, and I went, oh, interesting.
I passed it a few times. I think I listened to the start of one, maybe. I just got sort of the brief overview.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, if that doesn't show those in the know that this is all just another planned event for the stage of the world, then yeah. And for those not in the know, then man, if that's not a hard coinkydink pill to choke down every day with your brain, I just can't imagine seeing all those coincidences and going, oh yeah, that would happen in a million years. Anyway.
Yeah, apparently there was another shooting up in Michigan. Shout out to all you Michiganders. I don't know nothing about it. I just kind of saw it when I was tooling around this morning. So I don't know what's going on there.
No, I don't. I didn't even know it. I didn't even look at my phone yet this morning. Just enough to know Zack wasn't going to be here. And speaking of, I hope you get some rest. Stay safe. Definitely, my friend. I know how those sleepless nights can suck, especially at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that ain't no kidding. Oh, Justin says it was about an hour from he and Melissa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Apparently this was some right-winger. So they say. Of course, that's what they've been saying, but...
Yeah, they say a lot, don't they?
Man, people are fucking fanatical about their political teams.
Go sport. Wait, no. Political ball.
Yeah.
What we got here?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I just saw someone asking about alternative treatments, but I'm trying to backtrack to see what the alternate treatment would be needed for. And I haven't found it yet. So whatever it is, yes, always consider alternative treatment. Although I'm not a doctor, nor am I even inclined to play one on TV. What's that?
Yeah, Justin, I saw that there were no motives ascertained just yet, specifically politically speaking. But it did appear that those were his politics. I don't know that it was necessarily politically motivated, but I got the impression that those were his politics. And it seemed to me, if anything, it might have been religiously motivated. Seems how he went after a bunch of Mormons, I think, is what I saw. The headlines all said church, but then you get to reading and it says a Mormon temple. So take that for what it's worth.
Is that magic? Never mind. I better not. I don't want to get cancer. I wasn't going to make a snide remark about magic underwear. Not me, no Lord. Oh man, this coffee is not doing it just yet. I will let you know that. Oh. Okay. Trying to close tabs that I had open, sorry. Don't have a clue about the church thing, deluxe. Well, I don't know that one. you know anything about the church thing?
I have gone through most of my life being willfully ignorant of most all church things.
Church thing. Cool. I'm down with you. Although I had to extricate myself from some church things, but it all worked out. I did drop that twice. I thought I did. I was just looking at the pile and some of the weirdness there that I've dropped over the last day or three. But since we're on the first break, are we going back to music? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, wait. Let me see what happened at the church. Oh, that was the church thing. Apparently, I guess.
All Mormons are the Antichrist. That's a bold statement. Just imagine. You're out there minding your own business and you run across some old-ass Tartarian tech and you use it and you create a religion and now all of a sudden you're the Antichrist. Chilster says he looked like Billingtano.
How close was it to you guys?
About an hour, they said. Just enough time to hop in a car with no brakes and get there real fast.
I wasn't even going to say it out loud. While I was checking the distance. Like, wait, what is going on? When your eyes start watering, Nuka, it's probably about the time you want to let them know. Wait, okay. Anyone know, this is Nuka's question. Anyone know when it's appropriate to tell someone you kind of know that their pits stink and they need roll-off? Again, when your eyes are watering. But that's just me. Apparently it's an attractive female, he knows. But, yeah, I guess... Yeah.
The question becomes, when would you like to be told? If you were stinking ass armpits, at what point would you appreciate somebody coming up to you and being like, hey, Duma, I love you like a brother, but fucking take a shower.
Right.
I think there'd be a way to do that tactfully.
There was one?
Plus, hot chicks love it when you tell them they stink.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do like that. I think I've stayed on top of everybody and maintained having my number one crown. Yeah, maybe not do that. I don't know. Maybe not. He tried to pass it off on another female friend, but she wouldn't do it. Wow. I did that. Okay, I'm around. There are some people out there, Nuka. I don't know about there in your country, but there are some people here in our country who have chosen to not force aluminum particles into their pores underneath their arms where quick access to things like glands and stuff make it pretty easy for said aluminum particles being shoved up into armpit pores. A very unhealthy choice. Now, some people have chosen to use natural things that are available out there. There's companies that make deodorant, underarm deodorants, not antiperspirants, because the antiperspirant is what the whole shoving metal particles into your pit pores are all about, is stopping up those pore holes with aluminum particles so they don't ooze out sweat like they're supposed to do. And so they've chosen to use a more deodorant-oriented underarm stuff. So it's usually got a scent of some sort that will cover up odors, or it'll have some type of baking soda-y, odor-absorbing type ingredient in it that helps with sweat smell, but not so much with actual sweating itself. And then there are some people who are just chemically different. In fact, I had a cousin growing up who everything about him was extra strength. His foot odor was like, dude, put those shoes in a bag, please. His underarm odor was like, hey, guy, you did use deodorant? Yeah, I did. So they found this extra heavy duty, nuclear level deodorant that would last extra time, and I guess it had extra aluminum in it. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a year or 5. I don't know if he's got underarm cancer or not, but definitely he had to go to the next level of deodorants, antiperspirants, etc., because of his body chemistry. And just we're all different. People are different. Body chemistries are different. Odors are different. So it definitely is all possible that it could be any of that. Again, there's a big movement in my area, unfortunately, of people that choose to bathe themselves in patchouli rather than, I guess, take a bath and use deodorant. I'm not really sure. And even with clean water, food, earthing, etc., people are still going to have a smell, because we are a species that at one time was using our odors to communicate with each other, as all animals do. But because of the probably amount of information that we were exchanging that way, I'm sure some old guy, probably a white guy, decided to make everybody start wearing deodorant to mess with our olfactory senses that was giving us information about each other without actually talking about it. Can't have that happening. So while we're retuning everybody to 430, 440, whatever the fuck it is, and telling Paul McCartney to go die, shout out Crumb. But while we're doing all these conspiracy things, let's go ahead and make everybody stop really knowing what each other's fears and emotions are by smelling ourselves or each other like we used to. Anyway, I'm just a wolf by nature, so I do think with my nose quite often. Laura will do it for you, Nuka.
Look at that.
There you go.
Or we could tell her on the air and you could just play it for her. Then you don't have to actually say anything.
We could. Here's the thing, Melissa. I don't technically have something against patchouli. I have something against people who choose to bathe themselves in so much patchouli to try to cover the smell of their body that I can still smell, that it literally chokes me up and makes me go and have to walk away from the area. I'm just as upset with those people who decide that, rather than a little spritz of cologne or deodorant, what's the other thing? Perfume. Rather than a little spritz of that to perhaps attract a person into your personal space with the scent they might be attracted to, or whatever the rationale is there, I can sort of get it. A little smell and a little intimate neck area or clavicle bone or whatever, yeah, do that. Throw that on there. But when I walk down an aisle and you're at the other end of the aisle and I'm at this end and suddenly my nose is running and I'm sneezing because of the amount of cologne and our perfume and our whatever other patchouli scent that you decided to bathe yourself in, yeah, you've now invaded my personal space, and we have problems. That's just me. I hate loud smells.
It's 4:40 in the morning, and I'm already wearing patchouli, for what it's worth.
You fucker.
Yeah. So I use like the Arm & Hammer, what do they call it? Essentials, I think, basically. So it's just a real basic light, aluminum-free, paraben-free deodorant.
Yeah. Yep.
Then I usually follow it up. I've got a patchouli roll-on, cologne, perfume, oil, that I usually follow up with a little bit underneath the pits. Usually just right in the corners. So I can still smell it, but it's going to stay up underneath there and help me out. Something about patchouli. I don't know what it is.
And was this part of your routine when I was there with you at your home?
No. Nope.
Oh, okay. So it's a new thing?
Relatively new thing. I didn't actually get super excited about patchouli until I met Benjamin Balderson for the first time and thought, my God, he smells a lot like patchouli, and I kind of like it. So now I smell a little bit like patchouli.
Well, that's good. As long as you don't smell like that dude at the other end of the aisle that stops up my nose, and that's cool.
I do want to give a shout out to Ben Balderson, who's going to be on a channel called The Raging Tomato tonight. The Raging Tomato channel on YouTube. Doing some debates. It's a debate channel. So he's going to be on there. I watched quite a bit of The Raging Tomato because she likes to have Andrew Wilson come on, or Andrew Wilson pops on to do debates over there. So I've seen quite a bit of debates over on The Raging Tomato. So I was quite surprised when I was scrolling through and saw the upcoming ad for their next debate. And sure enough, there's a picture of old Ben Balderson up there in the upper right-hand corner. I said, hey, I know that guy. So I went ahead and did what you all should be doing right here, right now, is making sure that bell notification is clicked on and hitting a notify me so that I get notified of that next debate with Benjamin Balderson over on the Raging Tomato channel.
Come to kill a tomato. I have to. I mean, it's been in my head since you said Raging Tomato.
Yo.
What up, Craig?
Homegirl is their picture? Is that them?
Could be.
Okay. Interesting avatar, Joy. Raging Tomato.
I'm almost positive that's right. I'm saying it. Now I'm a little nervous that I might have got it wrong.
Live in 15 hours.
I got the picture of Ben on it?
I don't see a picture of Ben because it's a tiny little multi-people thing with a lot of crap in the way that I can't see, like upcoming and other stuff. No, I don't think that's Benjamin. There. Oh, wait, no. Upcoming on Monday. There's Benjamin. I see it. That's it. Yep. Definitely there. Okay. So, yeah. It's just a weird picture for them to show.
Yeah, there it is.
But I will drop the link for that specific Notify Me channel, and while you're there, you can definitely subscribe. And
that's Rob Noor.
Ringy ding ding that bell.
Upper left-hand corner. That's who that is.
Yeah, Laura, I think that's what happened to Tom's. They used to be the people we would get our fluoride-free toothpaste from. And, just walk over there and see it on the shelf and grab it because you know you're good. No fluoride. And so we're doing that. And then one day, just for shits and giggles, I actually look at the label of the toothpaste I'm squeezing onto my toothbrush and notice that it says in big old letters on the tube, fluoride. And I'm like, Tom's, are you okay? You know, what the fuck? And so from that point on, you had to be careful. Right. Piney's on it. Yeah. Suddenly they had fluoride versions of their toothpaste available. And I'm like, wasn't your whole, like, business model called to flame, called to flame, called to fame about having no fucking fluoride in your toothpaste, you idiot fuck? So that began me knowing that, yeah, once the big names get involved, the big corporations or whatever, then it's all going to go to hell. You pretty much got to use your own baking soda and make your own.
They have a whole different meaning in natural.
What's up? I know that, dude.
We do.
What up,
I
Craig?
sound better?
You do.
I got a new headset.
Cool.
Got a new
What's up,
headset.
Craig?
I can tell.
Just for you guys.
Aw.
You rock.
Yeah, I haven't been around because my mom was in the hospital for a little while there.
Hope she's doing all right.
Fractured her hip.
Sorry to hear that. She's doing better.
She's doing better. She's doing good. It was a little weird for a while. She had to move from like the hospital to the rehab, and she got like, confused about stuff and thought it was like permanent, you know what I mean? For a minute there. So you had to like keep going in shifts. Keep her calm. And then she's alright. She ended up being at the rehab for like 3 weeks.
Oof.
Yeah. They're pretty good though. I mean, she already broke her hip once and had a replacement put in just a couple of years ago.
She broke the
and then
broke different hip, I'm guessing.
What's
Didn't
that?
break the replacement. She broke the other side.
No. So she this time fractured like right underneath the replacement.
Oh shit.
So the doctors were like, we're hoping it's going to heal on its own. And it did. Miraculously. Like really good too. I saw the x-ray the doctor showed me. I was like, shit. Showed me the difference. So. But, I guess she's still kind of like susceptible on that side. So.
Yeah, my family's got a long history of bad hips. My mom had both of hers done. My sister just had hers done a few months ago.
My brother's about to get a knee replacement. He's going to be out for like 3 months. God damn it. I'm playing nurse over here.
Yeah, being a caretaker's hard.
Yeah. It's strange.
It definitely is hard and strange. I'm just glad to hear she's home and better.
Yeah, she's good.
And I see good vibes coming from the chat for her. Good healing vibes. Thank you, Alan.
Thanks, guys. I don't pay attention to chat, so appreciate it.
That's all right. If Zack and Walt are both here, I don't pay attention to chat either. I really wasn't anticipating Walt being here, so when I scheduled the show, I was figuring it was going to be a lot of dead air, me refining OBS, going through stories, not a whole much. So
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought it was just you and I.
You and I both.
And then I saw it was just you too. And no one else called in, so I said, all right, I'll call.
Well, admittedly, I did mention that I might have to start taking Mondays back off because of the toll it
Yeah, I
takes
was
on my
wondering.
week. But I've neglected to actually I have the automatic every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday thing set on my phone, and just forgot to redo it for Wednesday and Friday only. And then just the weekend had a lot going on for me here locally at my home area, and just never did think about turning it off or rescheduling it. So when it went off this morning, it was like nothing like, it wasn't like, oh God, I can't believe I forgot. I just got up, got ready to go. I made coffee even last night in my, like it was the time that we were heading over to Haley's to my daughter's house to hang out. And I was like, I just kind of glanced at the clock and went, oh wow, I do need to make coffee. And if I do it right now, it'll be just perfect for when I get up again, out of habit of not thinking it through. So I had coffee ready to go this morning, all fresh and freshly cold brewed. Really, that's the best day of the coffee when you make it cold brew is the first day there. It's still good days later out of the fridge, but that first day when it's fresh and you ground the beans just yesterday, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So that's probably, I would have got out of bed for that even if we didn't have a show. What was that?
I need to get a cold press. I need to get a cold press.
Toddy, Toddy, is your way to go if you really want to get into it. Now, if you just want to make an occasional glass of cold brew and go in the morning, there's options for that. I know that are supposed to work out and be really tasty and etc. But I am an addictive personality. So when I started drinking coffee, which was really only maybe a couple of years before we started doing Iron Realm, literally, I went all out. Like I was early on before I found the Toddy system, I was making my own, like, dude, my house looked like I was wrapping mud meats because I was going through cheesecloth and cleaning it and reusing it at least once or twice. So I had it hanging from hangers in different little spots where it could hang freely and not get messed with. And then one day I saw this device sitting at a garage sale of all things in a box sealed, and I asked the person, like, what is this? And they were like, yeah, it was the second one we bought. We were going to get this one and da-da-da, and then we found out they made a bigger one, and we got it. I'm like, oh, well, cool, I'll try this, and never look back. It is the best cold brew coffee making system out there. I don't get paid a red cent by them, by the way, but I love the product. I use it. It's called Toddy, Toddy. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Now there is a little cost investment involved to get the, it comes with a glass carafe or whatever. It comes with like a plastic deal that you put when I bought mine or had mine, it was a felt filter disc in the bottom of this plastic thing where you put the coffee grounds and the cold water and let it brew at least 12 hours. And really, you don't want to go any more than 20. 20 would be the max cold brew time. And so that's what I did for like the first probably year. And then I realized you could get bags. They made bags, the company, that you put the grounds into and then put that all into the plastic deal so that you didn't have the extra amount of grounds getting all clogged up into your filter and having to replace it like every week almost. So once I started doing it that way, then the bags are a little more cost effective to replace than the main little filter disc. So that just stepped it up to the next level. And I've been doing it that way at least 6-8 years now. So yeah. And then another key little secret Walt maneuver on the cold brew is when I'm doing my cold brew, I freshly grind my beans as I'm getting ready to make it happen. And I put on a pot of water, either a pot or if you have a, kettle or whatever your thing is to get boiling water going. And then I start heating up water, not to the point of boiling, but just so you see a few little bubbles start to form on the surface of the bottom of the pot, right about, not even ready to start boiling, but getting nice and warm. And you do the water that way when you pour it over the grounds. And that way you get this, what's called a bloom from the beans that gives it just a really nice extra little roasted, nutty flavor to it that you don't get when you just use strictly cold water. But that way you get the benefit of cold coffee and the benefit of the warm bloom without having the hot coffee discomfort. And I see people saying I'm not a fan of cold coffee. Who is that? Ian? I get you. I didn't even think it would be something I would like when I first was introduced to it, because I didn't like hot coffee. I didn't really like hot liquids, period. But just something about the way it tasted and the way it made me vibrate. I liked that. Yeah, I never was a fan of hot liquor. Even as a kid, I didn't really like hot cocoa. Hot cocoa was simply a melted marshmallow delivery system for me. Is all that was.
You said that. That's fun. I like hot chocolate. I can drink hot chocolate.
I do too now. As an adult, I'll drink a cup when it's cold. But yeah, as a kid, it was strictly a reason for me. And once it was too cold to melt the marshmallows, I was done with it. And throw that shit in the trash after that.
So I drink a hot coffee in the morning lately, and then I have iced coffee at night.
I hear you. But
it's coffee. Like it's a cheap iced coffee. It's not, you know what I mean? I just gotta put a shit ton of ice in there and let it drip over.
What's your like cutoff? What time do you say, okay, I can't drink coffee now, it's too late? Or is there a time?
I mean, there's not really a time, but I guess it's like 8 o'clock when I think about it. I'm done. Yeah.
All right.
I try not to let it go too far into the night.
Well, I have learned
but I don't have.
If I'm doing it after 6, I'm definitely going to be staring at the walls at night trying to go to sleep.
I don't have that effect. Caffeine doesn't do that to me.
It doesn't make it just makes me stay away. I know it. I've done the experiment and done it different times and cut off, and for me, if I do drink it late, like, because Michelle's thing is sometimes she'll have it like 6 or 8 o'clock and I'll be like, couldn't, and I will. And when I do, those are the nights I'm always not able to sleep. So it just,
I know in the past I've done that like 10 o'clock.
I dropped a link for you there in the chat, Craig, if you're interested in looking into it. Now, this is a direct link to the company's site, which their price on it is not too far off from what I actually paid for it at that garage sale. Actually, I think I paid $30 for it at the garage sale. Now, I've ordered, like I said, I've gone through one. Now I've got a backup myself waiting, because there's just that whole the way it fits on top of the picture that, it's kind of a thing that works together. So I know one day the cat's going to knock off my glass pitcher, or I'll knock it off, or cleaning it and drop it, or something's going to happen to that glass thing, and I'll be needing that back up. But I haven't stepped up to their industrial strength. When they have a, like I said, they have a bigger one you can get that's for commercial, basically. Yeah. You got it. But yeah, if you look around at like other ordering sites, you can maybe save $10 here, $5 there on different, like the bags of their bags to filter it, or the filter disc for the bottom and things like that. Anyway, enjoy. Enjoy. You have a good day, Alan. Thank you for hanging out, brother. It is indeed, Melissa, a hell of a drive.
Oh, I'm wired in too. I forgot to say that. No more wireless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I think that'll help.
Well, I'm going to see what happens now. The only reason I have a pair of wireless earbuds is when the kittens were still young and in my arms here during the showtime, they would inevitably start chewing on the wire to my headset or my wired earbuds, because I swore I would never use wireless earbuds because I didn't want, brain damage. But they're of an
Sometimes you gotta
age
do it,
now
though.
where, well, they're of an age now where they just don't do that like they used to. They used to chew up controller cords. They used to chew up cords on my computer. I would replace quite often. They never would chew up a guitar cord, cable, etc., with a fabric wrap on it. So when I found charger cables that have the fabric wrap on it, that eliminated that. And so now, like I said, I'll sit here and play a game with Cleo laying across me, and Bender lays here while I'm doing things with wires and stuff. They don't chew and attack wires like they used to. So just recently, they had a nice good sale on like the stupid deal of the day on Guitar Center. Our musician's friend, whoever does the stupid deal of the day. And they had like some Tascam wired headphones, which I haven't had a good pair in quite a while. So I have those. In fact, I almost put them on this morning just to see. I was like, I don't want to do all that right now. I'd have to do the wire and stretch it out, get all the plastic off of them. So, but I do have some now. Kind of excited. Plus, when you play guitar through a pair of headphones, driving that size of a speaker is a whole different matter than trying to play a guitar with a set of earbuds plugged into the headphone jack. It's just a different world.
Yeah, I haven't even done that. I'm used to, jacking in with headphones. But it's been so long since I've had an electric, actually. I only have an acoustic now. I barely play that.
I'm just trying to see here, playing catch up in chat. My apologies. Huh. But definitely, there's a difference in sound quality with wired and wireless. In fact, to the point that
I know.
Spotify has just recently launched, to some people, not to me yet. We haven't gotten it in our account yet, but in some accounts, they've released the lossless version of Spotify to some of the premium subscribers, of which we are. We have been for some time now. And so once you have that available in your account for you to access it, the only way to use it is if you plug in. You can't use it with wireless earbuds.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because you're not, I mean, that's the whole point, is lossless is not going to ever happen with wireless earbuds.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't all get there. Of course, when you're playing MP3s through a wireless earbud, are you even listening to music anymore?
Still, you'd think they'd offer it at least.
Yeah, they have it. It's just not on my account yet.
But I mean, for wireless earbuds, you'd think they'd still at least offer it. Like, if you can't make it lossless, fine. But they can give it to you lossless. You can pay for them to give it to you at a lossless WAV file.
Yeah.
Whether or not you can listen to them.
Even my wireless, I have the wires, It just runs from ear to ear.
Hey, I got it. There it is. It's finally there. It's here today. I got it. Cool.
Nice.
All right, so when I click on it, what does it say? Oh, wow. Apparently it's contingent upon your Wi-Fi signal as well. At the highest quality requires more data. Because lossless streams in the highest quality, you'll want a strong Wi-Fi connection to get smooth playback. I'll turn it on. Let's find out. All right. Cool. I'm in the future now.
Or at the very least, the present.
Well, there you go. I'm going to tell myself to buy Amazon stock. right? Is that how that works? I don't know. I'm confused, but I stay that way. So nothing unusual there. Yeah. So what else has been up, Craig?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You been down any new rabbit holes lately?
Not really. This fucking stupid Charlie Kirk thing is taking over the world.
A lot of distracted. Yeah.
Yeah. Not really any new ones though. I'm always watching those reaction guys, you know, and they got clips of the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Josh watches it too. Same shit. You end up like talking about stuff, and I'm like, God damn, I've seen that. You gotta be watching the same people.
Same people, right?
Well, it's one of the things about YouTube that I think that, at least in my own little delusional brain, makes sense to me, is that almost like Facebook algorithms, either my subscribers might see stuff that I watch, might get recommended stuff that I watch, or from channels that I've watched just because they're subscribed to me, or what is it, people that watch the same sort of broad spectrum amount of videos. Like, there's not a big variety of videos that I watch on YouTube. It's pretty narrow in what I
They're just gonna
view.
feed you that, whatever you're watching.
That, and because like people that might watch First Amendment videos, First Amendment auditors, might also then get recommended maybe, say, Flat Earth videos.
Right.
Or Flat Earthers might get recommended Andrew Wilson videos. So it's in my
Have
brain.
you watched those reaction guys? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't. There's so many reaction guys.
Where they just play clips and then kind of react to them, whatever.
There are some.
Some of them kind of. Some stay quiet, some react more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple different ones. I watch.
There's a few. It seems like a lot of the ones that I watch aren't really reaction videos. A lot of them end up being like, I'm going to take your content, and since I don't want to get a copyright strike, I'm going to put just enough talking over or summarizing what you just watched and what you're about to watch. And then I'll stop it again in a few minutes and then re-summarize what you just watched and then summarize what you're about to watch again. And that shit drives me a little bit crazy. Especially when it comes to First Amendment audit videos and even like debate videos. So sort of the same template that they use. As opposed to a true reaction video of someone who's never seen the video they're about to watch before, and you watch them react to it live. A lot of them have already cut their stuff up and edit it together in such a way that they won't get a copyright strike for sharing somebody else's popular stuff.
Yeah, they're not really good. I try to catch the guys that don't chop anything, don't take any. I hate that when they'll like cut it at the end. I'm like, what the fuck?
Now that I'm thinking about it, most of the actual like reaction videos that I see are made by black folks. almost all of them.
I was thinking the same fucking thing, dude.
I don't know what it is,
It
but
is.
for some
It's
reason, that's
mostly
about
black
the only
guys
ones
for
that I
some
watch.
reason.
Yeah. Either the families or the individual
I have one
members.
guy. Yeah.
Go ahead. Who you
I
got?
have one guy that's white, but Segovia.
Not familiar.
Segovia reacts. He's a white guy. He's good too. I like him. He's nice and chill. He's got good clips.
What you do?
But yeah, all the other ones are black.
I watch a kid named LFR JoJo. And I think he's the youngest member of the LFR family. I think they have LFR Reacts or LFR Family, and then they have LFR JoJo.
Yeah.
And I tend to watch a lot of JoJo.
Wait, isn't he the guy that pushes that water?
No, he's a young cat. He's
no.
He's an engineer.
Oh,
he just just got out of college or just graduated or will be graduating soon to go on to get his master's in engineering. But yeah, he'll go over.
Okay, I think I know. I know who he is. Yeah. You know the guy. Yeah.
He likes to tell you,
know who,
about his college.
Hugh Hef is?
I don't think so.
Yeah. He's good. He's good. And Dr. OG. I think he's like one of the originals that started this whole thing. And he does it in a way, Dr. OG does it in a way where he builds a story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as he goes, it's kind of the same, you know, just how he does his clips. He does it like a story kind of. It's pretty cool. He was like the first guy I found. Him and, you know, the That's Impossible guy, kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, I like him too. Yeah. I like him. Now he hasn't been doing that channel. He's been doing his own channel called JMaz.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of doing, it's different content. He's not doing, I mean, he still has that channel, but I think he does it like maybe once a month. The other one, he's always trying to get to the bottom of aliens or something. this fucking three-eye atlas, which I heard a guy last night from, I think, NASA or something say it's just a fucking meteor. I don't know what everybody's freaking out about. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, I guess, right? Might be a mothership. I like the nifty FB in the corner there, Josh.
You like that? That was an old asset. One of the first things I picked up along the way, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
What are you doing?
Big Pine, that's a good question. It's got to be soon for a clock change. Got to be coming up. Hopefully that's when they announce they're going to knock shit off with all the silly time changes. All right, now that we're here,
I keep seeing stories go by about it.
When is the time change?
I don't know. Coming up, though.
October 1st?
Laura says November.
Oh, November?
I guess that probably makes sense. Probably don't change it till after the majority of the fall is there and you're trying to...
Yeah.
Take your other ones on.
I like it darker in the morning.
You're learning.
So.
You're learning.
Zach, I hope you're feeling all right. Good to see you up and at 'em.
What's up? I just noticed that too.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Can't.
Yeah, I was just tossing and turning all night, sweating. I woke up, I was like, damn, I need to lay down 40 minutes or so. Oh, sorry.
Are you sick?
No, just couldn't fall asleep. Or like got woken up, don't know by what, and just couldn't fall back to sleep. One of those. But yeah, I got one of those jobs. It's not a good idea to be tired.
What, you got a rear camera in? Or are you backing up? So you're backing up.
Yeah, I was backing out.
You messed me up. You messed me up for a second there. I was like, what the fuck?
So how's everything going on over there, Zach? Everybody getting settled in? Liz adjusting back to the U.S. time?
Is it there already? Jeez.
Yep.
Good.
They're having a good time.
She's too good for us now. She hasn't been around in a while.
You noticed that, huh?
Yeah. Jeez. She was in Rico's chat last night, though.
Oh, I see what's happening.
She's
here.
around. Yeah.
They've copied our show down to the point of taking our good people from chat, too. Not that you all aren't good, I'm just saying.
She's going to be Liz, the tinfoil maiden, before you know it.
Tinfoil maiden is coming.
Yeah, right.
So hopefully I got some of that snare off of my microphone that Nemo was talking about. Turns out my mic was still one of the things that were still pretty high compared to everything else, the levels on the other lines.
Sounds good. Sounds all right to me.
Laura, that's what it feels like, huh? Laura said she doesn't love us anymore. What loony child? What loony child? Come on. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, you're too microphony today. You keep knocking everything crazy.
Is that Bender or is that a different cat, Walt?
That is, yeah, no, that's Cleo.
Cleo.
She's from the first litter. She's actually the last remaining cat of the first litter. Bender passed away. We had to put him down because he had the kidney stone crystal things. And then Nacho left or got taken off or whatever and never came back. So she is the only
cat.
He's still out. He's out there. That was all for the second group.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh. She's the old survivor from the first crew. And she's still my sweetie. She went with Haley my daughter took her for about, I guess, a year maybe.
How old is
she? I think she is going on, let's see, Bender's 2, so she's going on almost 3.
Oh, okay.
She's crazy, though, for sure. Huh? You heard your name when I said crazy? Yeah. That's what I call her all the time. She's my toilet paper cat.
Don't you
They
love an
all-
accident that's just blocking the on ramp? Gotta love it.
What are you doing, silly? Don't you lay down and chill? There you go. Good girl. Good girl. That's my sweetie. Yeah, that's my sweetie. Little swishy tail. Oh, little swishy tail. She got the shortest little tail, man. You got a little tail.
It is short.
Huh? Yeah, it's a short little tail. It's almost half as long as Bender's. Bender's tail is twice as long as hers almost. Come on, little sweetie.
Part bobcat, that's what that is.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to show y'all a picture I took yesterday. Or Friday. No, it was yesterday. I mean, Saturday. Where is it? Show pro. Let's see. All right, so I go out, feed the cat, inside and out. Well, when I feed my cats that are outside cats, there's like the first litter group, they all eat on the porch utility area, and the new kitten do. And then like Jones and Socks and Millie, the cat they got left from my back door neighbors, they all eat outside. That's where they've always been fed. And so I go out, feed the outside cats. I go out, put the food on the porch for the outside cats. I don't know what the fuck to call them. Anyway, so I don't know, like maybe an hour later, not even, maybe 45 minutes later, I go to throw something outside in the outside trash can. And when I open the door, that share is here somewhere, screen. And I go out on the patio, the utility porch, whatever. Where is it? There it is. And he's there. Remember I told you he was outside eating one day when I went outside? Well, he found his way inside too.
Got a friend.
Yep.
You got a new friend.
Shit, you're being robbed.
Oh, so now he's got his access out there. So now when I feed them, I have to kind of go out every few minutes just to make sure he ain't out there. And because they were all up on there, like the washer and dryer, watching him dig in. Like, and when I went out, he had his hand in the bowl, had a handful up to his mouth, and I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I knew they used their hands, quote unquote, but that dude was straight up like going from bowl to mouth, like a dude. I'm like, that's just nuts. I'd never seen it really like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But anyway, yeah. He's part of the family back there. And they were just watching him like it was no big deal. I'm sure they're all friends at this point if he's making his way inside. So, yeah.
Laura, that was my first thought, too. Seemed awfully skinny, even for a raccoon.
Yeah, I'm sure that's part of why he's coming in is to get food, because maybe he can't hunt well or isn't, adept. Anyway, he can't hunt well. That's one of the things I thought too. Because we live about, I don't know, 1,000 feet maybe if that. At least, 1,000 feet, I'd say, probably, from the bayou side back there. So, I mean, that's, nature right there. So that's where we figure he got here from, but why he's smaller than most raccoons you see out and about and steadily here in our food, I assume is just because he's just not making it happen out in the wild like he needs to. That, or he got early on to eating, out of cat bowls, and so now that's how he just thinks he does it. Or he could just be really young. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. He might just be really young.
Did he say meow when you took the picture?
He did not. He tried to fake me out. No, he didn't. He didn't.
Is a baby coon.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I have multiple water sources outside for the cats. Yeah, there's probably 4 bowls out there. Let me think. 4 bowls and then a water feeding bowl bottle contraption that are all outside for them to keep well hydrated, that I change often and clean so they don't collect bacteria. So he's got plenty of access to water. Plus, I mean, again, the bayou is just right there, which is probably where he comes from. So. Jax, having currently 12 cats and having had at least 5 other ones come through here or be here, no, more than that. Hell, there was the first litter that all went away. Anyway, there's been a number of cats in my life over the last 3 years. And in that time, oh, they're all individuals, and you hear, oh, they're all different personalities, and it's like, yeah, they are, but, whatever, they're cats. No, they're fucking different personalities. Like, they're different people, and they are all different, period. And just like some people don't want you to hug them or shake their hand, some cats don't want to be petted. Some cats don't want to be held. Some cats don't even want to be around you until they're ready to be around you. And when they come and sit next to you, that's the equal of them climbing up on your chest and rubbing their head under your chin that other cats do. Because for them, that's their trust, that's their acceptance of you, their comfort with you, and it's all signs of love, but each one shows it in different ways. And I think that's a huge part of that idea of how do people get their cats to do all these crazy things in videos. Well, I think that's just the cat that they have does that, because in my house I have Bender, who is the atypical non-cat cat who's constantly like knocking stuff off by accident because he's falling over or knocking us, jumping up on the counter but doesn't quite make it, knocks off half the crap sitting there. He's that cat that if I was filming him all the time would be that crazy video you need to see. But as you see her, she's just sitting here kind of looking for daddy love and climbing up on me and laying here quietly chilling. She's a whole different thing. And then Mama will get up on the arm of the chair and let me love her and pet her and literally put 2 paws on my chest and let me love on her and pet her and put 2 paws in my lap and let me love. But if I try to put her in my lap or up on my chest, she ain't having this shit. She's out of here for another hour or 2 until she decides to come back. She's definitely her own thing. And then there's Ripley, who used to be, semi in the mix. Like she would be up on I used to tell y'all when she would be up on the bookcase directly that way across from me, when she would get up top there or when she would whatever. And she's become the cat now that stays in the back other room because nobody's messing with her back there. Bender's not chasing her back there. She's got her own little comfortable places to lay that's out of sight. One is right there in the window so you can lay down. in the sunshine. You know, she's got her own little domain in that back room, and that's how she treats it. Like that is Ripley's domain. So everybody, you know, they're all different, and they all are, you know. So those people that have those crazy cats, we're going to, of course, film them and try to make some content out of them. They're definitely different, all of them. Even the outside cats are all distinctly different, including the new little kitten, who is the loudest purring kitten I've ever. When I walk out on the porch, I hear him start purring. He's been that loud of a purr, and then when I pick him up, he's vibrating. He's like a little handheld massager or something. He's so his purr is so loud.
It does feel good when they purr, and you can hold them.
Oh yeah. And it's definitely a whole frequency thing too. Very healing frequency.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a facial massager, Walt. That's what we'll call it. Just large enough to fit in your purse.
You almost made me spit my fucking coffee. For your neck muscles right here.
Exactly.
Right under the chin.
Exactly.
Hi, sweetie. You like being a rock star on Daddy's show in the morning? Yeah. You like showing off for Ian? Yeah. And this is her time with me. Like every now and again, when I'm in my recliner in there, she'll come get on the arm of the chair and get some loving and then move on. And then once a month, she might get on that arm of the chair in there and do the whole lay across me here. That's her thing, is laying across me. From this arm, she's got to be laying on my left arm, crooked like this. It's got to be right here. That's the only. I tried it on this side. Don't want it. She wants it here. But she'll do that sometimes in the recliner, but mostly it's in the morning by herself, because she knows all the other cats are still sleeping, and Bender's not going to come here and chase her around, because he is the typical boy cat that chases everybody around. Now, that being said, Claire, who's the little princess that always wants to sleep with us in the bedroom, has become quite the little annoying, chasing everybody around, especially at mealtime. She starts doing the same. Like, she acts just like Bender does, almost, chasing everybody and tackling them and getting all worked up because it's about to be food time. He's gotten almost as rambunctious as he has of late, and that's been a new thing for her. She wasn't like that when she was younger. So not only are they different people, but they evolve and change over time to different people. What's up, Shadow Man? Wait, what's Shadow saying about kitties? Yes, biting is definitely a love sign, Jack. It is definitely part of their comfort and love-giving thing. Yeah, they might indeed, Shadow. Shadow said if they were bigger than us, they'd just eat us, roll us apart. I've seen some pretty playful big old kitties, though. Dude, the most insane thing I ever saw in my life, we went to see Queensryche in Houston for their Operation Mindcrime 2 album tour, which turned out to be more of a theatrical production and a stage thing, and it was cool. It was not what we, it was just different, because we'd seen the whole Operation Mindcrime tour presented in full for the Empire tour when they did it that way. Anyway, it's the whole Queensryche thing. I got sidetracked. Anyway, so we went to Houston to go see Queensryche, and it was me and Michelle, and my brother and his wife were visiting. They were staying here at my house for the holidays, and he was working on the Penn State website, just this, that, and other. So we all took off from here in Louisiana and took off and went to Houston. Saw the concert. And we stayed a night because of the drive and all that. So we went to the museum there. The aquarium there. And it's a really crazy cool aquarium. They have a tunnel of water you walk through, really big tanks, and it's nice. But in one of the rooms, you walk into it, and there's this big glass walled enclosure with like levels of different vegetation and sand and all that. And there's two big old white tigers they have there in the Houston Aquarium. And as we walked in this room with nothing but sheets of glass separating us from these tigers that were humongous white tigers, one of them looks up at my brother and then starts running at the glass and playing with him through the glass like a fucking kitten. Like, I'm getting chills telling you that shit right now. Watching it happen and him realizing that's what was happening and getting into it and playing with the cat through the glass, and the people that were in there freaking out on it like, oh my God, it's never done this before. If you knew my brother personally in real life, you'd understand. He's one of those people that just has that vibe. Like, him and his wife are constantly getting people walking up to him, at restaurants and just making conversation with them. That's the vibe they have. They're very beautiful souls. And so that definitely was being picked up by this cat. And my God, the playtime they had, like, it was probably 30, 40 minutes of him just playing with this tiger through the glass. And of course, at that point, I had, like, my cell phone was still a flip phone, I think, at the time. Or at most a low, like a bottom keypad. There was no good camera, video, none of that on it. So it's one of those you just got to remember. Interesting. Was that you that recommended Paul Bearer to me before Shadow Band? Because somebody has recommended them to me. They're definitely in my repetition, like when I put on my Just Let It Play thing from my YouTube music. They constantly are popping up in there. I don't know that I've heard the new one, but if it's a Queensryche vibe, I'll definitely check it out. And I would say that Queensryche, before Chris DeGarmo left, was probably one of my top 5 bands. Yes, truly. Because of the intelligence of their lyrics, because of the multi-guitar writing, because of the just amazing approach to craft and vocals and the whole thing. Yeah, they were one of my top. And I got to meet them. It was a phenomenal experience, without a doubt. Sorry, I was just playing catch up chat. So some people are calling for a wrench for Schlom, and then other folks apparently are shutting Schlom the fuck right down. That's great. Who did that? On. Great. Sorry, I was playing catch up in chat. I'll stop. Oh, goodness. What are you doing? Normally you'd have to pay extra for that view. I was reading and not watching her. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. It's groom time, though, apparently. Well, I have lost. There it is. Okay.
And you guys see new Superman yet?
I did. It was terrible.
You didn't like it?
Not at all. I despised it.
I
No,
liked it.
It was way not Superman for me at all. Like, I was afraid of that, that it would be too James Gunn, and it was.
Yeah.
It was too silly, and it was too, that's not, Superman was never a comic book. It was always serious business. You know what I mean? It was always.
Yeah, I didn't like
they
that
kind of
he got his ass kicked.
Right, that kind of shit. Him getting whooped, and I wasn't a huge fan of what's his name, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. I didn't like him being like that's just not. That's not like I read the series that Guy Gardner was in. That was in the '90s when I was I was like big into comics again. I was collecting. My brother had a store.
Oh, he's not really like that.
No, he's exactly like that, but Nathan Fillion's not like that. You know what I'm saying? That is not the person to have played that part.
Yeah.
That would have been a part to give. That would have been a part to give Ryan Reynolds before he became Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? That type of asshole type person. Nathan trying to be Deadpool type person. This wasn't good. Anyway, I just didn't like the movie. I didn't like all of the online media crap and all of that. I just didn't like. What was it? I'm sorry.
James and Nathan are best friends, so he's always putting Nathan in his movies. Yeah.
There you go.
He did it in Guardians. He was always in there somewhere. So yeah. He's been waiting to give him like a decent part. So I guess this is what it is.
Hopefully he will.
Because you've been watching Peacemaker too?
Yeah.
I think you guys.
We did. We started the second. Yeah. We're not caught up though. We're probably two episodes behind because we got started on.
Man! Wait till you get to
something big.
This episode. Holy shit!
I got the impression something big's happening, so I'm trying not to get spoiled.
Oh man!
I told her that. I told Michelle, I was like, something's going on. We need to watch these because something's going on.
Oh, you're gonna be so fucking surprised.
Don't say nothing. Shut up.
It's not even. Don't worry. No. I'm not giving nothing away. Don't worry.
La. Zack, making stuff.
I won't get nothing. I wouldn't do that. No, but trust me, you're just gonna be like, what? Oh my god! It's so not in your face at all.
But I definitely was. I had high hopes for Superman, and they were definitely not at all met.
Did you like Snyder's Man of Steel better?
I did indeed. I was quite shocked by Batfleck. I really was.
By who?
I was not Batfleck. Ben Affleck is Batman.
Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
I think he did great.
Dude, he fucking destroyed that part. Dude, that was the best Batman we ever had. Yeah. Kicked Superman in his nuts out. Oops, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, shit was great. That was great.
No spoilers.
I get a lot of blowback for that.
Wait, who did? Who did? I wouldn't do that. I never did. If you haven't seen fucking Zack Snyder Superman by now, then you're just too late. Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't.
End of our Batman vs Superman.
I mean, it's just great. It's just great.
I like Supergirl though because I like that chick. She's from House of the Dragon.
Sorry, I just saw Billy Thomas comment in chat. He was the shit in Phantom Show. Ben Affleck was the shit in Phantom Show.
Yeah.
No. It's a.
Remember Billy Zane
Silent Bob
in remember Billy Zane in what was that hero he played?
Oh,
like a purple suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it was called like Dark Phantom, I think.
I do know.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember his name either.
Wasn't it something like that though? Phantom, or
maybe
something like that.
You're not making this easy, though. It was the Phantom. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think I ever, like, I don't think I literally ever saw that. Like, I never saw it. I never rented it on VHS. I was always picking it up and going, yeah, I can't watch this. I've never laid eyes on that movie.
When it was like
I just
on
knew it
TV
existed.
or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah.
I don't think I even saw that much.
Yeah. Yeah, but I never would watch it through, yeah. How far we've come. Why they chose that fucking character too? Like, let's break out with this one. Billy Zane. The Phantom. Nobody knows who he is. Except hardcore comic bookers, probably.
Sorry, I was just reading in chat about precog dreams there, and Jack's talking about them in chat. Yeah, I've had a number of those as well. Jack's down to like precognition, like dreaming about shit happening before it happens, and then it happens in real life. Yeah, that's happened. Oh, a good few times, probably half a dozen to 10 times in my life, I would guess. More as a younger person, younger child, but still has happened, you know, in the not too distant past as well. It's, I think, part of the whole us creating this world, you know, where you at, Daz, you know, us creating this reality, so kind of dreaming it into existence anyway in our daily life, then to actually have a dream that would precog something doesn't seem far-fetched at all, because it's happened to me, but for most people that it would be like, oh, that can't happen. Yeah, well, it did, so anyway. If you're into that kind of thing, there is a good show out right now called The Institute. It's not terrible at all. I enjoyed it. Of course, I had read the book by Stephen King. It was one of his good books again, like he's gotten it kind of back to the old King field, if you will. I don't know. I used to love him, and then I had a period not long after the Rose Matter book that I kind of got off his bandwagon, because it, to me, felt like his wife was writing his books, and then he kind of got it back together for the Dark Tower series finales, and I dug that, but then he started kind of spinning out again to me again with some of the Lissy's story and stuff like that, and I just, it's been a whirlwind roller coaster type thing with him. So, and then all this political shit, I had to just quit knowing that shit existed so that I could even continue to read his book.
What's going on? My dreams always feel like a big riddle.
Right on.
Like I'm always chasing something, and or something's after me, but I wake up and I just can't even get a grip on it. I don't know what the fuck it was or is, but I'm always after something.
You know what?
Weird.
You just triggered something in me, Craig. Like, when I'm in a dream, there are just certain plot points that I already accept. Like, there are things that I don't have to really think about, like strange situations I might be in that don't need explaining, that for some reason already make sense to me in the dream.
Yeah.
Like, it would be completely askew from reality, but just enough to like, well, wait a minute. Don't I actually know that person? Why are we treating each other like we're strangers? But in my dream, like, there's no need to I understand.
You just pass by them.
They don't know me and I don't know them, and there's that understanding, but then there's a part of my brain that says, well, that's not quite right. But somehow my dream self just understands that difference. And so much of my waking life, that sort of that feeling is how I base a lot of my decisions on, or at least is a consideration in my decision-making process, is looking for that feeling of just that knowing and the understanding of this knowledge that I don't have to really reconsider else all the other things. This is just something that I know and feel and don't need any further explanation. I just sort of made that connection for some reason right now when you were talking. That's weird.
Another weird one for me is sleep paralysis.
Never had it.
But for me, I don't get. Yeah, I have it, but I don't get the that someone's on my chest. I just feel like I can't get out. But I learned recently that if I just kind of stay in there, and I go lucid.
Right. I was just about to tell you that.
It's a loophole to go lucid.
It is a trick. It is a hack. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I only did it one time because I just realized within the last year. I've been waiting for it to happen again because I went lucid for like a good 20 seconds, and
that's
man, you can do anything. I was
exactly
a fucking
the
Jedi
point.
in there.
Like if you're laying down and you start to feel like you're falling off out of the bed, or like you just fell off of something, and you jerk your body for no reason, like your body makes a reaction to what your brain was starting to dream about, and you sort of jerk yourself awake.
Yeah.
That's that same point.
Right.
Like when you're falling asleep, your brain shuts down your body, so it doesn't act out your dreams. Like you've seen dogs do it. It's a weaker connection, I think, but like dogs, when they're running, you'll see their feet start to paddle, their tail will wag or whatever. And they hit that real deep REM sleep. So if you can find that point where your brain is awake just after it's disconnected that movement for the dream state, for sleeping. Like, all right, now we're going to shut down the body, and pretty soon we're going to shut down the brain. And if you can intercept that pretty soon point and sort of force your brain to stay awake, I think that's a great way to roll out into lucid dreaming.
Yeah, also I can so if I'm in a dream, I wake up, gotta take a piss, say, I come back, I can go right back into the dream. Where I left off.
Yeah, that's.
And I've been doing that since I was a kid.
Yeah,
I've been doing that since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to do it like daily, like it would be in consecutive days.
Like a continuing story,
I remember.
right? Yep.
Yeah. Like 3 days in a row, that happened twice. I remember like vividly, and I was young. So they've always like played a part in my life. Unfortunately, they're not as vivid, as they were when I was a kid. I remember being a kid, I would wake up and remember everything. Now I'm like, I gotta write this shit down.
Yep.
But I never do, and then I'm like, fuck, I forget. I remember a little bit, but I forget most of it.
All right, what is going on? I'm sorry to hear that, Shadow. That's not good to deal with at all. With your mom. Sorry, my friend. Of course, I don't know. Throw some holy water on them and see what happens. You never know. All right.
Why is she possessed?
No, her mom is apparently his mom is seeing the niece and nephew as monsters, like the brothers.
Oh, it's going to be a good day. Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't hear you.
Why? Because
Sun coming up? Made it to work?
No, I'm working with Flat Earth team leader.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I'm still working in a shitty spot with a new guy, so I'll probably be out in the intersection all day. If we're down at this end, we'll see. I don't mind though. Oh,
Yeah, and I
ready
look,
to get the day going. Yeah.
we rolling up on it.
Huh?
Said we're rolling up on it. There's only
I
about
know.
5 minutes left.
oh wow.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
wow, indeed.
Gonna be a good day. Might start raining this afternoon. Might get to go home a little early. But yeah, there's a whole new crew out here now. But me. The guys I was working with the last couple weeks, I guess they were tired of working here. Yeah, we were together that whole time. Yeah, the team lead was probably like, I need a break from that place.
They just left.
No, he probably talked to the manager and got put on a different crew.
Uh,
Yeah, nobody wants to do this job. This job sucks. It's just where it's at. I mean, four-way intersections usually aren't that bad, but this one's like got a bunch of places that use semis all around. So it's constant semis trying to take sharp right turns and left turns. And
Yeah, Lord, yeah.
and when you block off one of the roads, it makes them turn in a lot harder. So it's just, I'm getting it down though. I got it down pretty good to where just once you're out in the middle of the road, it's best not to be walking around. Like pick your spot, get people moving, and don't move. When I took that step back is when I almost got hit, thinking somebody stopped. So I learned.
yeah, that's crazy. I heard you say that.
Well, thank you all for hanging out with us this morning. Thank you for hanging out with us too, Craig. Love you all. Lots and lots.
IRONI. 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 IRONI.
That looped. Sorry, I heard that you guys even heard that over on the team.
No, we didn't.
There was a... Once upon a time, apparently, I had downloaded a clip from The Color Purple. Where they were going over exactly
Which
what
one?
things were. Did they remake it? This would have been the original.
Yeah,
The first Oprah one. Where things were all labeled and they were...
What part?
Where she was holding up that thing that you get the wrinkles out of clothes with and was spelling it. Let me turn that off.
IRONI.
Oh.
All right, then. Love you guys. Thanks for starting off my week just the way I like it. And we will see you all back here on Wednesday morning for more of the Ironworks. Whoa. Until then, have a great week. Be good, be well. Do good, do it well. We love you. Bye-bye.